There's the side that they hope will do the business tonight against Leeds. Bottica, Robinson, Bell, Lydon, Ellison, Wright and Edwards, Skerritt, Hall, Gildart, Betts, Mather and Clark. And Leeds have travelled over the Pennines in good heart after their best start since 1988. One change because Andy Gregory is out injured with ankle damage, so Schofield moves to scrum half. Holroyd is the standoff. Otherwise, the side is as beat Warrington last Sunday on Sky. Tate, Fallon, Iro, Innes and Irving, Holroyd and Schofield, Harman, Lowes, Scott, Mercer, Schultz, and Ellery Hanley, the captain. Interesting, Dennis Betts. Oh, there's a mistake from Leeds. It was the prop forward. Ian Scott drops it.
But of nerves there. You could see quite clearly that the youngster was looking at Skerritt coming in for the tackle. A lot of pressure, big crowd. Tension is high.
I was going to say, Dennis Betts said he thought that the match would be won in the forwards, and he is one of the forwards on the way now. Clark, the ball to Robinson, and that's a try for Jason Robinson. And isn't he delighted? But Leeds, I think, are claiming that perhaps it was a forward pass. But Robinson over for his third try. A try in every one of Wigan's games so far.
Well, they can claim for a forward pass, but it was a great move by Clark. He noticed that they were slow to get out on the blind side, and Leeds were caught napping there. The loose forward, Ellery Hanley, you'll see. They break away. No time to come in there. Both Schofield and Irving went for the one man. The ball went out wide. Look at the perfect timing here. See how he committed both the players. Left an easy run, but it had to be scored. The positioning was wonderful, but what a great run from the loose forward, Phil Clark, thinking all the time. I think he did.
It's given Wigan vital possession at the scrum, and that is Nigel Wright, who disappears under those three Leeds bodies. Received a bit of treatment then. This is Edwards. Betts, the dummy half. Leeds, never out of the first division, never champions in the two-division era. Defending here as Mather finds Bottica. Bottica out wide to Ellison, and that's a good tackle by Jim Fallon. But Wigan are creeping closer and closer still, and Mather is over for his fourth try of the season. Leeds caught cold in defence. Mather with the big smile. BJ comes up with number 4.
Inexperience told here, the ball coming out wide. It was good defence initially. Bottica chiming in from full back. The youngster went to it. Now, that was a good tackle by Fallon, but this is where they make the mistake. Who's on the blind side? No one. And the youngster, Barry John Mather, takes full advantage of it. This was excellent play, but equal to the task was the defence. Beautiful the way that Bottica chimed in. Now, this is where they got the plaudits, but I'm afraid the brickbats are coming just now. That's it. Iro went on the open side. Fallon had left it open. He took advantage.
So Mather plunders his fourth try of this campaign. Given the chance ahead of Andy Farrell.
Leeds forwards really have to roll up the sleeves, get down to the hard graft.
Irving, it's a good run. Through 2 and then 3, but that was a great saving tackle. Nigel Wright, the man who came in with it. Leeds, though, will continue this attack along with Holroyd. Hanley at dummy half. Tate. He once scored 3 tries against Wigan for Widnes. Hanley has it now, though, and here's a try for the former Wigan skipper. He will enjoy that moment. Quicksilver attack in the end from Leeds, and don't write the men from Headingley off just yet. Ellery Hanley will have savoured that moment against his former club.
They're becoming the comeback team of the season so far. Tate it was back on the inside, backed up by the hooker James Lowes. He did the right thing. He knew that the skipper was inside him. There really was no defence there at all. It was just a matter of switching the ball back inside from the fullback, Tate. And they're back in business. The defence just caught napping a little bit. There you see, they moved up, they held back off it. The sliding defence has got to move in sharp. You saw Bodiger make an awful attempt to try to get the interception. Wouldn't have made any difference because Lowe's had full control of that. Excellent play.
Tackling not too much to choose between the two sides. Now Hall again. Wright made a decoy run, he found Clark. Clark out to Robinson. Robinson in for two. Second try, Jason Robinson. He had lots of room out there, and Wigan have attacked down the right-hand touchline twice and come up with the tries.
They use the blind side so well, don't they? Beautiful pass here from the hooker. Long ball out wide to Clark, who loves nothing better than to go out wide there. You saw Simon Irving. He knows that he was left in no man's land. Blindside move. Wigan up. Absolute perfectionists at this. Clark, who loves on the blind. No man's land for Irving. He should have been out wide. Sliding defence was nowhere to be seen. And one of the best finishes in the game. In for another try. You're right, Eddie.
Betts just back off the bench. Edwards, scampering run straight downfield. Oh, he's beaten Tate. Has he the pace? No question. Shaun Edwards off the mark. A vital Wigan try. He rounded Tate. It was a question then of whether the Leeds defence could catch him, and Shaun Edwards gets his try tally underway.
There's plenty of fans hate him, but the Wigan fans love him. The reason? This. I said he was taking control. Notice how he slowed the game down, did the little dummy, the shimmy, the step. He still has the speed. The cover's too late. What a great individual try from a super player. Look at this. Leeds hang off. Was he going to pass it? Is he going to kick it? Doesn't matter. Look at the step. Alan Tate had no chance. Off the right foot. Gets into top gear. Slides over. Super play.
So coming up to 64 minutes of this match, Wigan on course for 3 wins out of 3. The message is out to the rest of the big league teams. They remain the side to topple. Scarrett. Hall at dummy half. Wigan are on a roll. Clark, the support is there from Edwards. He has Wright. It's 2 in a minute for Wigan. They've clicked into top gear in 60 seconds. Nigel Wright, first try for the new club, £150,000 worth. It was money well spent.
When the knife gets hot, the butter melts, and that's what happened. Look at Clark's running there. Super stuff. The Leeds defence was 6s and 7s. The switch back inside, good positioning. Edwards realised that his partner Wright would be there. But this man Clark, look how he runs over that advantage line. The Leeds defence had taken just 1 step when Clark had actually taken 4. Support plays paramount. 4 points is the result. Look at him running there. You can't hold back on defence like that. And one of the best support players in the world, Shaun Edwards, lays on a try for his partner. And the ecstasy is there. Some scintillating tries scored by Wigan, but I think the thing that's impressed me more than anything has been their defensive quality. Their one line of defence and the second line where they come across, they scramble back, then just don't give them the opportunity.
That's good play from Schofield. He's given it to Hanley. Hanley's in for his second. Leeds have finished with a try right at the death. Consolation, the name of the game. But Hanley, the man who will continue playing right to the final siren. That's his second of this match. Try number 4 of the season.
Well, it finally pays off. Schofield tried the kick over. Beautiful play. Good support. Look at the strength there of Hanley. Just brushed off Robinson as though he wasn't there. Strong player, but it's to no avail. Nice play by Schofield. The two veterans combining well.
Hanley gives the Leeds crowd who have come here a wave. Schofield doesn't look too happy. And he gives the Wigan crowd a wave too. And Irving adds the extra 2 for Leeds, and respectability for Leeds on the score sheet as the final siren sounds. A famous victory for Wigan. Jason Robinson certainly caught the eye. I'm sure he caught the eye of Malcolm Reilly, the Great Britain coach. And Shaun Edwards, substituted just before the end by Joe Lydon. But what a match he played. Ellery Hanley took 2 tries out of this match, but he will not take any other comfort away from this. And that's the best kept secret of the night. Michael Aspel moves in, and Dean Bell will be the subject of a This Is Your Life programme later on in the year. Ellery Hanley shaking his hand, and Dean Bell will disappear to a theatre, and then we will get the life story of the Wigan captain. Great moment for Bell, taken completely by surprise. He knew nothing about it. We all did. The best kept secret. But the biggest secret tonight is that Wigan remain the side to beat in the big league title chase. Scoreline 32-18. Wigan the victors.
Seize the day.
You're watching Sky Sports.
Today.
The details behind a scintillating Wigan performance, 32 points to 18, 14,500 there to watch it. And the man of the match was Shaun Edwards, talking now with Bill Arthur.
Shaun, you must really have enjoyed that win.
Yeah, I certainly did. You could tell when we came in the dressing room at 6 o'clock, everyone's head was on the job. It took us 2 games to get into some kind of rhythm. We had a bit of rhythm at Wakefield in the second half, but you could tell today in the dressing room everything was really quiet. You know, everyone was very serious, hardly anybody talking to each other. That's when you can usually tell that Wigan are in a mean and hungry mood.
And you needed to be, really, didn't you?
We had to be, because they're a very good team, and they've probably got more pace than us overall, the team. So we had to swarm all over them in defence, trying to cut the centres out. We've got 2 very dangerous centres, and they're both very fast. And we did that up until the last 20 minutes when Kevin got away a couple of times. But, you know, a player of his class is going to make 1 or 2 breaks in the game anyway.
But I think people will be talking tonight about that superb try you scored. I mean, you really did turn it on then.
Well, thanks very much. I saw Jiffy score one a bit special last week, so I thought try me out to skate on myself this week.
And he managed it, didn't he? A super try from Shaun Edwards. The match statistics. Leeds doing a little bit more work in the tackling department, but not much. Scrums 10-7, penalties Wigan got 6 to Leeds' 8. Handling errors, Wigan made 7 and Leeds made 11. 50-50 first half, nothing to choose. But second half, Wigan just taking it 53% to 47%. So big night all round here at Central Park. No bigger than for the Wigan skipper, Dean Bell, totally flabbergasted when he spoke after the match with Bill Arthur. Dean.
At the end of a game like that, that's just what you wanted.
I know. I mean, I'm so thankful for the win, but I don't even know what's going on here. I feel as though I've been concussed and I'm still knocked out. I think I'm dreaming.
But you must have had to pinch yourself coming up. The whistle goes and then you're surrounded by girls with pom-poms and that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know I still don't know what's going on. I mean, you know, as I say, I mean, it's good to win, but what's going on now?
You've beaten Leeds anyway.
Yeah, thanks.
Which is the important thing.
Yeah, it was. It's the most important thing today. It was a good effort by the lads.
And I think it's the old Wigan trick. You turned it on early doors in the second half.
Well, no, I think it's the old Wigan thing is that we can perform under pressure. We haven't been playing well up to now, but we knew we had to perform tonight against Leeds to get a result, and we did that.
Now, people were saying that this was a crucial game, even though we're only 3 weeks into the season. Do you see it as a crucial result?
Well, I mean, it's crucial that you carry on winning. I mean, as we found out last year, it was very tight at the top, and we only won on points difference. So, you know, we just got to keep on winning. We're not going to make any promises, but, you know, we've got a good squad here with a lot of players yet to come back.
Thanks very much.
Dean Bell, flabbergasted by the fact that he is the subject of a This Is Your Life. I expected, actually, Michael Aspel to come through the door here on the gantry and tap Steve-O on the shoulder, but there again, there could have been a few skeletons dropping out the cupboard, couldn't there?
Listen, the main thing is that it was a great performance from Wigan. It's the old story, isn't it? They're back on the road again. It was a tremendous second half. They were a little bit shaky for a while in that first half, but I just wonder perhaps if Leeds had gone and applied that pressure. They didn't. They went for the 2 points instead. They were well way down. And I think that it just lifted Wigan back in. They got the possession, then they just went ahead with it. I thought Shaun Edwards was absolutely superb. Phil Clark at loose forward. Top games from both those players.
Yes, tremendous. We made a lot of talk, of course, about the Leeds start before this game got underway. But we also must point up again the fact that in the 4 years under John Money, when Wigan have obviously run away with the championship, well, not run away last year, it was points difference, but they've won the championship, they've never managed to win the 3 opening games of the season. And here they are, 100%, 3 matches played, 3 wins.
It's looking ominous, isn't it? It makes you think whether we should have a trophy where Wigan aren't even entered into it, because they really did play. You can't take anything away from them, Eddie, because they are a very, very solid side. They just keep going across that advantage line. But the most thing that impressed me tonight was the way that their defence went at it. We said before the game that they have to cut out the big fellas like Kevin Iro and Innes, and they did. And it's, as Shaun Edwards mentioned, it was only late in the game that Iro actually made a clear break. So they did their job, they went out to do that, and they've got the class to carry it on from there on in.
It was 2 tries in 2 minutes that sank Leeds without trace. The first from Shaun Edwards. He said he saw Jonathan Davis on Sky last week score a super try. Well, look at that for a sidestep.
The thing is, he's got time. The great players make their own time. He slowed the game down. The defence, they just laid off him for that split second. And a man of that ability just takes it, he's off.
And then Nigel Wright, a moment for him to savour. And Edwards, the scorer, now Edwards, the provider.
Yeah, well, you can't take it away. He's the best support player in the world, I reckon. He's a super player, but the way that the ball was pushed back inside, they keep the ball alive. They're looking for it all the time. They made Leeds pay for 2 bad mistakes in the first half, and then they just dropped off in their defensive pattern in the second half. And a team like Wigan just keep rolling on. You've got to have a defence that's strong. Unfortunately, we can't find a team that can play with a strong defensive effort for the full 80 minutes against this champion side.
32-18 then Wigan have won on Sunday here on Sky Sports.